Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I just want to say I appreciate y'all for coming to check out my page and my channel and showing support. I really do appreciate it. I just ask that y'all bear with me as I find my bearings and get right, because I know it's a little amateurish right now, but I still appreciate y'all coming through and checking me out. For starters, in my fictional universe, I have my own different categories of power. The baseline is professional athlete and Olympic level athlete. And then right above that, I guess the intermediary will be peak human. Also in the intermediary range is enhanced. Right above that is super enhanced and then superhuman. And at the very tip top of the pyramid is supernatural and self-explanatory. Any beings or creatures or humans that attain supernatural power or that naturally have it are above and beyond and surpass any and everything on the physical material plane. Um, in the particular story that I'm going to be telling y'all about, there are three different kinds of magic slash special abilities. There are conjurers, manipulators, and manifestors. Conjurers summon elemental spirits. That's it. Now, if these elemental spirits grant them certain abilities outside of that, then that's that. Then I have manipulators. They manipulate existing energy, whether it's elemental, psychic, physical, whatever. They manipulate it. And then I have manifestors. They specifically manifest elemental energy. The premise of this story is a 19-year-old young man from an island meets a hunter and former guild master of great renown. This hunter sends this young man on an epic journey to find his son, his daughter, and to make this young man his successor. Now, the young man's name is Astoryk, aka Astor for short. He's 19 at the beginning of the story, and he's the average islander. Like to swim, like to fish, like to explore the island and everything. That's what he do. He's 19 at the beginning of the story, and he's living on his own. His home is a treehouse hut that he built with his very own two hands over the course of the past 3 years prior to the beginning of the story. So, he been getting in since he was 15, 16 years old. He's got a deep tan complexion, like most islanders, but he has short, kind of spiky mauve dreadlocks. And for those that don't know, mauve is a shade of purple. As the story progresses, you'll figure out why his hair color is that specifically. He has immense potential that has remained untapped, unused his entire life. And as it stands right now, he has enhanced vitality, endurance, and stamina due to his unknown heritage. Because he doesn't know who his parents are, he doesn't know where he comes from. He just knows that this island is his home, and he's been there his entire life. He's also well versed in hand-to-hand combat, and that is because of a special, unique ability that he has. He's an outgoing introvert, and I know that sounds crazy, but that's how I would describe myself. And if you know, you know. That being said, he has absolutely no problem whatsoever living alone on the southern coast or southern edge of Kamina Isle. That's his home island. And though he does get along well with others, he prefers the solitude and seclusion of his own domain. His main means of travel is running by foot using his incredible speed, or he leaps from the treetops, or he swims damn fast. He even sometimes hitches a ride on local wildlife, but that's rare. Bayan, his pet ligon, is a large, monstrous cat that somehow got stranded on the island. Still don't know how I'm working out the kinks on it, but as I said, y'all, please just bear with me. Bayan is his only companion and his usual means of travel when he decides to visit any of the 3 villages on Kamina Isle. Now that I got part 1 out the way, his introduction, I'm finna have a little fun speaking on his special abilities. Astoryk himself is a natural born conjurer, and because of this, he subconsciously taps into the power of void to summon his shadow in a semi-corporeal form. All that means is he's pretty much the only one that can touch his shadow. Outside of that, if the shadow does not want to be touched by anything corporeal or physical, it will not touch him. It will pass straight through him like he ain't even there. And it's because of this special ability of summoning his own shadow that he's well versed in fire when it comes to throwing hands. Cause that's all they did whenever he found out he could do it. They just threw hands. Day in, day out. And that's only because his shadow is the only thing on this island outside of animals that can go toe to toe with him blow for blow. Also, this also gives him limited control of darkness and shadow. His endurance, vitality, and stamina are what allow him to go much longer without rest, tolerate various forms of stress and torture, if come down to it, much more than others, and it gives him an incredible surplus amount of life force and life energy. Also, and I know y'all gonna get tired of me saying that, but also because he been fighting his shadow at least 5-6 years, he can take on 3 people no problem. Like, this is some casual that he does. Because he grew up on an island, he's proficient in survival, finding fruits and berries, hunting different animals, skinning them, and everything. Everything that come with that, he with it. He know how to do it. Because he lived on the island his entire life, alone on a certain edge, he developed peak human strength, speed, and stamina from cohabitating and hunting the various wildlife on said island. He can crush stone, wood, and solid fruit and vegetables with his bare hands, keep up with most land animals and even some aquatic animals, and he's even durable enough to tank a full force direct hit from a Grillion Alpha. And for all intents and purposes, a Grillion is just a glorified souped up silverback gorilla. Now, he can tank that hit, but it will leave him with 3 broken ribs. But he's still gonna get back up and keep swinging. Now, this is just the first of many entries, and as I said, I appreciate y'all for coming through, checking out my page, checking out my channel, checking out what I got going on. And I just gotta say, much love, man. And like many other YouTubers that I follow, please, for me, subscribe to my page, like what you hear, and hit that notification bell so you can be updated whenever I drop something new. Also, I don't mind, I would appreciate if y'all leave comments, give me some feedback, let me know what you think. Once again, much love.